Welcome to German class A1, lesson 1. Today we will discuss the German alphabet. There are 30 letters in German language, including the 26 letters that we find in English language. In German, each letter is used for a specific sound. If a letter is used for more than one sound, there are specific rules for, for when the letter is used for which sound. It is not like it that a letter is used for different sounds without any specific rules. From this point of view, it is relatively easy to read German texts. Below are the letters of German alphabet, and it is shown which letter is used for which sound. In our next lesson, we will discuss the letters that are used for multiple sounds, the letters that are used for sounds that are missing in English, and groups of letters that are used for a single sound. Now let us have a look at, at the letters of German alphabet. This letter, the name of the letter, it is called A, and the sound it stands for is also A. As for example, Abend, Abend. Next letter is called B, and it is used for the sound like B in the English word ball. As for example, Baden, Baden. The next letter is C. What sound it stands for, we will come to this point later. The next letter is called D, and it stands for the sound like D as in the English word doll. We take an example, Duncan. The next letter is called A, and the sound it stands for is also A. As for example, listen, listen. The next one is F, the same as the English F, and it stands for the sound like F in English word fall. We take an example, fallen. Next one is called G, and this letter is used for the sound like G in the English word give. We take an example, Geben. The next letter is called Ha, and it stands for the sound like H as in the English word hall. As for example, Haben. The next one is called E, and it stands for the sound like I in the English word it. E. Let us take an example, East. The next one is called Yot, Yot, and it stands for the sound like Y in the English word yes. Let us take an example, Yeben. The next letter is called Ka, and it stands for the sound like K in the English word kind. Let us take an example, common. The Next letter is called L, same as English L, and it stands for the sound like L in the English word letter. We take an example, lunch, lunch. Here it is to be mentioned that the last letter D is used for the sound D, but if it stands at the end of a letter, end of a word, then it is pronounced like A, lunch. The next one is called M, same as English M, and the sound it stands for is like M in the English word meat. Let us take an example, Marlin. The next one is N, like English N, and it stands for the sound like N in English word name. Let us take an example, Name. The next one is called O, and this letter stands for two different sounds, like as for example, zone and zone. If the sound is long, then it is pronounced like O, zone, and if the sound is short, then it is pronounced like O, as for example, zone. And O is long if it is followed by ha. If it is followed by ha, then this ha remains silent. It only shows that the preceding vowel is long. Then it is pronounced zone. And if this O is followed by two consonants, then these two consonants, it indicates that the preceding vowel is short, and if O is short, then it is pronounced like O. Zone, zone. The next letter is called A, like the English word pay, and the sound it stands for is also like P, as in the English word pay. The next letter is called Q, and it stands for the sound like K in the English word kind. Let us take an example, quelle. The next letter is called R, and the sound it stands for is also like R, like R in the English word race. Let us take an example, Renan. Rannan, Renan. The next letter is called S, like English S, and this is it stands for three different sounds. Let us take some examples. As for example, Sagen, Stadt, ist, house. If S is followed by a vowel, then it is pronounced like Zagen. If S is followed by a consonant, then it is pronounced like Stat. And if S is within a syllable within a word or at the end of a word, then it is pronounced like ist, house. Sagen, Stadt, ist, house. The next letter is called A, like the, and it stands for the sound like T in the English word technology. Let us take an example. Tuck. Here it is to be mentioned that if day is at the end of a word, then it is pronounced like ka, tuck. The next one is oo, and the sound it stands for is also oo. As for example, und, und. The next one, this letter, is called fau, and it stands for two different sounds. As for example, fata, fata, base. If the word is a German word, then it is pronounced like fata, fa, f, like English F. And if the word is a foreign word, then it is pronounced like English V, vase. The next letter is called V, and it is pronounced, and the sound it stands for is like English V. As for example, bun. The next letter is X. Most of the words with X in German are foreign words, and these words are pronounced as they are pronounced in the language where it comes from. As for example, xylophone. The next letter is epsilon. We'll discuss it later what sound it stands for. And the last letter is set. We will also discuss later what sound it stands for. Dear friends, this was our presentation today. In this regard, I would like to inform you that in my book, German Grammar A1 to B1, all the grammatical aspects of level A1 to level B1 have been discussed in a very simple way. A brief description of the book and how to collect the book is mentioned in the description box below. Please subscribe to my channel so that you can come to know when the next video is uploaded. I thank you very much. Thank you very much once again.